Well, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Thanks for logging on here to my latest forecast update. It's 8:34 p.m. Eastern Time here. We got the deluge of rain just off to our west. That'll arrive late through the overnight. Some severe weather off to our south. That's not going to affect us, though. We've got some thunderstorm warnings and even some tornado warnings down here in the red here at the current hour, but that'll all stay down to our south. It's just going to be rain that is going to move our way. In fact, as we zoom in a little bit closer, there's the rain off to our west down here. You can see it's just starting to come into around Poplar Bluff. If we come in here to Kentuckiana a little bit more, you can see that it's starting to come into view on the radar. Really here, right about the corner of Illinois and Missouri is where it's starting to get to. So it's going to take a little while to get here, but it will be here during the late overnight hours. Let me show you how this shakes out on the modeling here. This is the GFS model, one run of it, and you can see it's just wave after wave after wave. It wants to dry us out potentially for Friday. I'm not sure that will happen, but it's an idea the current one is saying. Other runs of this model have disagreed, but really it's going to be next week. In fact, it's Tuesday before that whole system starts to push out of here. And behind that, of course, we've got some more rain that's going to come after that. We're looking at a very wet and active forecast period coming up. Let's zero in on it a little bit more. Let's look at the high resolution NAM future radar. So here we are during the nighttime hours. There's that rain moving in, moves into the area here maybe about 4 or 5 a.m. It kind of breaks apart as it gets up into the area, and it's just little waves of some scattered showers tomorrow. Nothing big according to this. We'll see whether the high-res NAM is really right or whether it's a little more impressive. That remains to be seen. Sometimes this future radar doesn't do the greatest of jobs, but it gives you the idea some showers will be into the area. The bigger deluge of rain, though, looks like it does come on Thursday, and that's whenever we could have some pretty heavy rain with this. That starts to move this out, and then, of course, this is Thursday night. So we will see how it goes from there. But again, day after day of rain is sort of going to be the norm, and it really looks like it's going to rain all the way through about next Tuesday. How much rain are we talking about? Different modelings say different things. Latest version of the GFS has around 3.6 inches here in Evansville, about 2.3 up in Washington, around 3 inches here up in Louisville, 2.5 all the way to Indy. So good 2 to 3 inch plus rain according to that modeling. If you go back in time, let's go to the GGEM here, which is the Canadian model. It's a little bit less on it, but then one run prior on the Canadian was a little bit heavier with it. So again, their modeling is all over the place, but the main thing I just want you to show you from all of this, folks, we're measuring rain in inches here, not tenths of an inch. It's going to amount to a pretty significant time of rain. Now, it's going to rain over several days, so flash flooding is probably not a major concern with this one. If you're in some of the low-lying usual spots that are already have some high creek banks and are already the water's already high and you're prone to flooding anyway, yeah, you could get some flooding out of this. But by and large, I don't think flash flooding is going to be a major problem out of this, just by virtue of the fact that it's spread out over so many days. But it does look like we could get some significant rainfall out of this, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. It looks like a pretty good bet around the area. Here's what the National Weather Service from the Weather Prediction Center, the WPC, this is their accumulated precipitation forecast all the way through the end of the period here for the 7 days, and it's got really about 3 to 4 inches, and even a couple of towards 2 inches as you get closer to the Indiana-Ohio border, but in general about 2 to 4 inches there as well. So I get a good soaking of rain. Now, the one nice thing about this is there will be some warmth that will come with this. It's going to be a very, very warm week. Here's the way things shake out on the GFS ensembles. I think this, frankly, is a little bit cool for the next 3 days. It looks like to me we're going to stay in the 70s for a good little while. But look at this. We stay warm really all the way through, and that's what I want to show you. Sometimes these modelings don't get the correct exact temperature several days in advance, but the trend here is warmth, 60s and lower 70s, all the way until you get here till about the 20th of March or so. And that's whenever you start to see things start to fall down a little bit, and you got temperatures here as you come to some of us on spring break there around the 21st to 24th, and that looks like temperatures in the 50s. By the way, mid-50s would be more normal for that time of the year. It's certainly well above normal. Our normal is right around 48 this time of the year for us now, so we are certainly above normal. It looks like it's going to stay above normal for a good chunk of the rest of the month. We'll see whether that really goes down or not. That's yet to be seen. Here's tomorrow's forecast. As again, a soggy Wednesday. Thunderstorms, well, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but it's mostly just going to be some rain. But temperature's going to be highs beautiful out there. 72 Jasper, 74 Evansville, 76 Louisville, 70 Washington, 76 all the way down in Madisonville and Litchfield. So it's going to be just a beautiful warm day around the area as far as temperatures go, but a little bit of sun here and there, otherwise a good deal of clouds and some scattered showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two off and on. Here's your 10-day forecast. Go to southernindianaweather.com, click on 10-day forecast, and there, as far as the eye can see, folks, showers likely, some scattered rumbles of thunder there as well. 72, 71, 66 Friday, it cools down a bit with some heavier rain possibly there. 72 Saturday, 68, 72 Saturday, 68 Sunday, 68 Monday, 72 Wednesday, even 75 next Wednesday, 70, 64. The lowest temperature that I have here is 64 in the 10-day forecast, and this is March. Kind of hard to believe, but some beautiful weather as far as temperatures headed our way, but wet and soggy weather otherwise. Well, hey, on the bright side, all of everything will get good and moist, so that when it comes gardening season, we'll have some good deal of moisture. So we'll just take it as we get it, folks. Rain, though, on the way. It'll move in overnight, and then, as I said, folks, it's going to be sort of a deluge of rain as we head in through the rest of the week. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great night, folks. We'll see you next time.